Hello. Welcome back to goddamn underrated movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry, and today I'm gonna talk to you of another film. Redemption, starring Jason Statham. And that's really the only actor I think Benedict Wong's also in this. And what's that actress name? Agatha Busick. Okay. Alright, that's the name. It's a action drama. It's a story about a ex-military soldier that goes on the run after a failed mission, who makes his way to somewhere in Britain and adapts a life of crime in the criminal underworld while he tries to have some sort of connection with a nun that he knows. And the trailer had a unique mixture of drama and action. It feels more drama based, and then really when you watch the movie, it's a drama about finding some sort of redemption to atone for your past. And Jason Statham's character, which I unfortunately forgot the character's name in the film, I'll just call him by his real name. During a mission, he catches some sort of guy, and then unfortunately, I guess some information causes his fellow teammates to get murdered, and he feels extremely guilty of that. And I think he's also on the run, so because there's some hints to the film where I think it kind of implies that he's on the run and he's not trying to go to jail, and the military is after him. So he tries to He tries to get away. He tries to find another means to rebuild his life, and unfortunately he takes up as a job working at a restaurant for some crooked gang affiliated mafia guys, or like some crime in the organized crime, where they see him provide some sort of martial arts fighting sequence. And the fighting sequences in here, they don't stylize it like sometimes Hollywood does it. I think this is a British film, but it's distributed by Lionsgate. They tried to go very realistic. It's kind of artsy a little bit with just its style, but it's more grounded, where they don't over exaggerate on the martial arts action, which they're brief. Where it feels like where it feels like he's more brawling and fighting the guy instead of doing martial arts, but it feels more gritty. It feels more realistic, and that's the thing. What I've noticed when I watch some British shows, they tend to go realistic, and I actually like that. I actually like that they try not to exaggerate the heck out of their movies, where it goes to like a beyond belief. And I actually like that. So he takes a job by Benedict Wong. He's like, do you want to earn some real money? You want to work? He puts him as a driver. And really, the guy is really trying to... I think the movie's trying to say something where no matter where you go, there's always going to be some sort of occurrence in life that's going to remind you of your past if you keep running away from it. And then Jason Statham is constantly trying to run away from his guilt, from his mistake when he served in the war. And then he also tries to get this woman who's a nun to, I guess, be a little bit more expressive with herself. She feels, I think, in that kind of, I don't know, but I think if you commit to something like being a nun, you do restrict certain, I guess, natural traits that you would normally respond to as a human being. And there's a little of a hinted romance that they've tried to develop, but fortunately, that does not really pan out. The film doesn't really. I mean, the story is really about Jason Statham trying to move on with his past and trying to find some sort of redemption, whether through another person or through what he's doing now. And the more he settles into this life of crime, but also in a life of denial, where he also takes up living in somebody else's apartment, where actually people are the neighbors are getting suspicious of him. You tend to feel like he's kind of getting mentally deeper in a more darker situation. And also, there's also a little of a story to where I forgot to mention. So there is a little of a story where he's trying to find a girl that he was friends with. And after being mugged, she runs away and she's trying to find her. He spends the duration of the movie trying to find this girl. And unfortunately, the girl is murdered and he's trying to find her killer. That's kind of, I mean, I don't think that the trailers kind of, I think the trailer sells you that's kind of what the main story is. But the movie, it's more of Jason Statham trying to run away from his issues. But unfortunately, he doesn't, he can't really. It just goes downhill from there. And when he realizes to the point where he feels like there's just no way how he's going to do it, trying to, avoid his problems. I think in the film it implies that the military does find him and catches him. It's implied that it happens. But I actually like this film. It was different. I bought this film out of random because I was curious about it. I had Netflix at the time, and when I watched it, I was like, this is actually not bad. It was different. It's like a subversion of what you thought was going to be as a Jason Statham action film, but it's one of those films where the actor really tries to act, and he acts his ass off in this film. The guy's a pretty good actor if given the right material. But this is probably, from what I've seen, a great dramatic piece from the actor Jason Statham. Again, if you're a fan of Jason Statham, I would recommend it. Again, but don't go in thinking this is like a high torque, muscle manly like fighting movie that you normally see, man. This is a drama. This is a drama to its core. Where it has some, violence are okay. There are a few sequences that I really like. There's a dream sequence. I actually like the dream sequence that he has when he thinks back to his the fallen comrades that he's guilty over of having them killed accidentally, and then he sees a body hang from the ceiling. And he grabs a gun, or a gun appears out of nowhere, and starts shooting everything everywhere, and it was all a dream. But it was like a dream to where they mixed the dream with reality, where it felt like the dream was happening while it felt like it was daydreaming. So it was actually kind of unique seeing that. And I actually like certain moments where the action does feel realistic. I like the moment where he was fighting this guy in the kitchen, and somewhere in the kitchen where he was trying to get money from. So he acts like a claimer. He acts like a claimer for Benedict Wong to claim money, to collect money, like a money collector. And he was about to kill one of the guys. The son of the guy he was going to take down grabs a gun from the ceiling and points it at him. The kid is scared, and then Jason Statham, he did not want to hurt the kid, shoots the kid in the elbow, and then Jason Statham runs away, and he starts to realize his life is taking, deep doo-doo. But it was actually cool. I liked it. Redemption, written and directed by Stephen Knight. Comment below, let me know if you have seen it, what you thought about it, and write down in the comment section, what do you believe is Jason Statham's underrated movies? I mean, what do you believe that, what do you believe is a underrated film of his filmography? Let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what else you have.